Hi everyone, this is Sabrina Jean. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this pick a card reading. What can you do to change your luck today in order to avoid negative events in the future? Curious minds want to know. So what are the best things that you can do today to change your luck and avoid negative events happening in your future? So take a moment to look at the piles or determine the crystal that you are drawn to the most. And of course, the timestamps will be listed below as well. If you're drawn to group number 1, this is a blue calcite crystal. Group number 2 is an angel Aura Quartz. Group number 3 is a green fluorite. And group number 4 is a purple amethyst. So how can you change your luck today in the best, most positive way? Let's find out. Group 1. Hello, Group 1. How can you change your luck today to avoid negative future events from happening? It is possible. So if you're drawn to the blue calcite crystal, which is not wanting to focus, okay, there may be something that needs to change as far as communication is concerned, or how you communicate or talk to yourself. The blue also resonates with your throat chakra and expression. So let's look at your other cards. Okay, Eternal Charisma. How can you change your luck today and avoid negative events in the future? Moon and Scorpio, go deeper. And Inspiration. Honestly, okay, right away, and I am going to pull some tarot cards as well for you, but technically, the fastest way that you can improve your luck in general overall is to simply raise your vibration. Easier said than done, but if you can find ways to inspire yourself or to improve your mood, something to get excited about, especially if you are visualizing future plans, then the best way, probably the fastest way to change your luck today is to pay more attention to your negative emotions, because negative emotions and feelings can actually block happiness, or they can get in the way of, honestly, any kind of negative emotions can completely ruin the day. And I think you might agree with me. But this eternal charisma is really asking you to recheck how you feel on the inside, how you feel about yourself, how do you feel about your life, and also, what do you believe? Because if you're holding on to a negative belief, one that isn't supporting you, then it's very possible that you could be creating your own negative future events, because it's naturally drawn to you, especially it's naturally drawn to doubt and negativity, and sad emotions too, especially if we're ever feeling down on ourselves, no matter what we're experiencing in life. So the fastest way is to do an emotional check, and whatever remedy you need to just simply start allowing yourself to feel better emotionally, spiritually, and even mentally. For some of you, with the butterfly here and the flower buds opening, for some of you, this might be one of your life cycles or lessons that you are learning. And these are things that are learned through your own transformation. And any transformation it's a daily choice. It's a daily routine to do a self-check and to either transmute or rise above or transform not just negative emotions, but anything that is negative in your life or your mind or your beliefs. And even the slightest changes and the acknowledgement of something that you know you need to let go of or heal or release or forgive, this will instantly raise your vibration, at the same time improving your good luck. And it will also improve the events that you will be experiencing in the future. So it's kind of like a chain of events, isn't it? So I want to pull some more cards. I'm going to go to the Good Fortune Tarot and just get a little bit more information, more specifically, Group 1, what can you do now to change your luck and improve your future and avoid negative future situations? You can improve your energy so much so that you are no longer having negative experiences. I want to pull 3 cards here. Let's just see. You have the Queen of Wands. This one's popping out. Okay. The Queen of Wands, Strength. What was this middle card? Okay. Focus on your vision. Something that you want, something that you know, something that you wish to experience. Honestly, so with the Wands energy here and the fire element, it's very possible that there are certain things that you desire in your life, which most likely will in fact come true for you. But if you have a lot of fire energy in your body or, your personality, you might be expecting some things too soon or too fast. And that can cause anger or frustration or sadness or a lack of feeling empowered or that you have any power control over the situation. And that will just really create more negativity, more negative emotion. So the opportunity for you here, or the challenge, the Page of Wands reminds you that in any moment you can stop and do a self-check. Are you holding positive thoughts? Are you allowing yourself to be patient through the transition while you're waiting for something? There's usually something more or something that you can do now that will improve your emotions, your self-esteem in the present moment when you stop to just simply take time to enjoy what is right there in front of you while you're waiting for some sort of future event, and recognizing all of the blessings that you have around you now. I really do believe that a lot of the time when we're working towards something or we're hoping for something better in the future and it's just not happening, that can really just build up more resistance, anger, frustration, lack of belief in oneself to manifest something, right? Okay, I feel like I need to pull some more cards. But now you at least have a better idea how you can change your luck today in a positive way, raise your vibration, inspire yourself either through music, do something that will make you laugh, hang out with your pets or in nature if that's something that makes you feel better. But also remember that things do take time. And perhaps, I think actually most of us are usually expecting results much sooner rather than later, and that can also be discouraging. Leadership. Oh, this leadership is a reminder that you are the only one who can be in control over your mind, your thoughts, what you feel. You're also the one that can change what you're feeling, what you're thinking, especially when you start noticing anything that is bringing you down. But you're the leader of your own energy, your own body, your own intentions, your visions. And so it's the same. You also have that much power to recognize how something deeper within you could be causing you to just feel Well, bad. And remembering that in a moment's notice, you can instantly change that too. Find something that inspires you, even if it's your favorite beverage or maybe a treat, or watch something that makes you laugh to raise your vibration, because laughter and joy will also instantly increase your vibration. Okay. And then there's fear, which is also a big one. If there's something subconsciously or emotionally that you are fearing. So these are confirming for you that the fastest way to change your luck now is to remember that you have complete control and power over, well, everything that you believe. You can work through fears. In fact, fears usually surface because of an unmet emotion or something that we're afraid of. And honestly, fear can be dissolved as soon as you just start sending love to it, meaning send love to yourself, to your heart. Be patient with yourself and the process. And when you do so every day and you raise your vibration, this will instantly eliminate the possibility of negative future events if you can hold on to this momentum and this way of thinking. So group 1, these are your messages. I hope these help you in your current situation. If you enjoyed the video, please do click the like button. And I will see you all in another video. Bye for now. Hello, group number 2. If you were drawn to the Angel Aura Quartz, I'm going to put this off to the side. So your reading for today, how can you change your luck today to avoid negative events happening in the future? So let's look at your oracle cards and get a little bit more information. So there's safe travel. When I see this, I think of freedom, movement, honor your feelings, and the right use of power. Wow, so right away what I'm getting from these images and the messages is that if you are feeling like you have no power in your current situation, if you're wanting to free yourself, if you're wanting to get away, or you feel like you need to be somewhere else, but you're stuck, maybe you're stuck under somebody else's control. And honestly, if this is causing you to feel powerless in your situation, then it's simply the feeling of powerlessness, not having the power to control the situation or do anything about it for yourself, really does have a huge impact on your emotions, self-belief, trust in yourself too. And I'm not saying that if this is your situation, that it's to be taken lightly, because I've definitely myself been in a situation where I did feel powerless to do anything about it. I was feeling stuck and I wanted to be free. And just in the fact that I couldn't free myself from that current situation, it really just made me feel worse. And so it sent me down into this spiral of not really feeling good about myself at all. So if this is something similar to what you are experiencing, group number 2, there is something that you can do instantly to improve your luck, start creating more good luck and good fortune in your life now. And this will also stop any kind of negative future events from happening for you. But where does this begin? It really does start by you sitting with yourself, acknowledging your feelings and your emotions, forgiving yourself for any past choices that you may have made that caused you to get stuck in this situation. So there's also forgiveness, but what's most important here, I believe, is acceptance. It's extremely important for you to accept the reality of what you're feeling right now and where you're at, and maybe acknowledging at the moment you don't know how to free yourself from the situation. And sometimes in the moments of despair, and you just forgive and you surrender your need to control everything or your need to control the situation, I'm thinking it's like it requires a surrendering almost to your faith, a higher power, surrendering yourself, your beliefs to something higher. Oh, which makes sense because you have the angel Aura Quartz crystal that chose your pile. So whether that be God or your higher self or source or universe or the angels, the angelic realms, there's something of a higher power that is almost as if it's waiting for you to surrender to that. Once you open up your heart and you surrender to this higher power, and you love and you honor yourself and you accept yourself exactly where you are, things will actually begin to change instantaneously because you will have, or you should, establish this connection with this higher power. And most of the time, especially if you're feeling any kind of despair, it's almost absolutely necessary to surrender everything that you think that you know to this higher power, especially when you don't know how to resolve the situation. So the angels are one thing that you can surrender to. There's also a saying people used to say, put your worries or your concerns in the God box. You can do the same by writing something down, writing yourself a letter or your higher self, or writing out, asking for an answer or a way forward or something to lift your spirits even in your current situations. And when you're really, so here's the thing about accepting where you are in your present moment. When you actually get here and you forgive yourself from everything and you just surrender to not knowing, there is a higher power that comes in and it takes over and it inspires you. It might make you feel awe. This is a confirmation that you are connecting with something possibly angelic or your higher self. And when this happens, your entire mood and your energy is going to shift. So some of you may not even be feeling safe in your present environment. And the same is here. It does require a deeper connection with yourself, your heart, but also a surrendering to a higher power that does love you unconditionally. And if you're not feeling safe, it keeps bringing me back to surrendering to the realization that maybe you are powerless over your current situation, but it also then asks you to trust the universe and if you trust that something is supporting you and you trust that you are safe and you start believing, it almost does require a deeper meditative state. But I'm hearing sometimes it requires just allowing for, what is meant to be will be, and trust that you are safe and you're waiting for the way forward or the way out of the situation to free yourself, and trusting that something is going to save you or something is going to help you through the situation. So this is a pretty intense pile. I want to pull some more cards for group number 2. It does seem that an absolute surrender it might be necessary. Especially if you're feeling powerless over a certain situation. Now, if you can escape or get to another place, like a shelter or something like that, then perhaps that would be a better place for you to go. But if you can't go anywhere, it's really important to find a way to change your vibration. And it's almost asking you to use your imagination to pretend that you are safe where you are. You are safe, you are protected. Everything's going to be okay. At least you have the power to do this. You have the power of imagination. You have the power of changing your frequency. You have the power to change whatever it is that you wish to believe. And maybe this is one of the things that is waiting for you. And this will change your frequency, which will also have an instantaneous effect on future events, especially avoiding a negative future event. If you believe that you are safe and that you're peaceful, then your complete reality is going to change around you. And you will start having experiences that are more aligned with this peace and this serenity. It's true, but it's almost something that might break you in the process. It really depends on how extreme your situation is. Okay, 2 of Wands. Right, surrendering your need to control, surrendering your control to a higher power. The Fool. The Page of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. So these are perfect complementary cards for this pile because every moment there's an opportunity for you to tune into your feelings and to try something new or change how you feel. And there's so many different ways that you can do this, but it really just comes back to you taking responsibility for your own emotions in your current situation, no matter what any of you are experiencing. And as soon as you surrender to the not knowing of how you can free yourself from the situation, there is a higher power that kicks in. But there's also an opportunity for you every day to actually, this is what I'm getting here now. The more you open up your heart and you start unconditionally loving yourself, it's important to love yourself unconditionally, forgive yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself, even if you don't understand your current situation or what's making you feel stuck or powerless. But you will probably be surprised about the amazing, powerful energy of unconditional love and forgiveness. What happens is it frees you from any kind of entanglements. And also, if you have the ability to just simply start sending love into your environment, unconditional love, right? Without expectation, just send unconditional love to everything, everyone, with intention, right? Through your mind, through your heart and your body, just send love everywhere. And if there are other individuals involved, they will be affected by this. In fact, this is the power that you truly have when you start unconditionally loving yourself and everyone and everything in your current situation and your reality. Your entire situation is going to begin to change. Because fear is... well, it cannot stand up to that unconditional love. It does not exist in the energy of love and power. So even if you can imagine yourself changing your own frequency, your body, to resonate with unconditional love and feeling that you are protected from a higher power and that you are safe. It would be interesting for you to watch what changes in your reality and your external reality, because things will start, the situation will start fading out, or at least the intensity of it. And you will also probably start recognizing new opportunities for you to free yourself. Something keeps saying you need to love yourself. If you don't love yourself or honor yourself and allow yourself to feel like you are worthy of something better or this freedom, that's the first step. Once you honor yourself, love and trust yourself, then once you hold on to this momentum, it will instantaneously prevent future negative events from happening in your life. Because events actually happen in our realities, and this happens to me too, based on what we're experiencing, what we're thinking, what we're afraid of, and what we're fearing. But when we can change that focus to what we want to experience, that's when everything starts to shift. And honestly, this is the best way that I can interpret these. I didn't mean to go so deep on all of you, but it's true. And I already mentioned, I've already been in this situation. And in the end, the resolution for me, freeing myself from this situation, did happen through a tower moment. And I know nobody wants to experience a tower moment, but in that tower moment, there was a doorway that opened up, which allowed me the opportunity to free myself from that situation. And within a week, I was out of that situation. So it is possible. Group 2, these are your messages. This is how you can change your luck today. Now, focus on this. Raise your frequency, tune into these energies and this higher power, and it will find a way. This way will find you and allow you this new doorway that you may not be seeing now, but you will see soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video reading. If you did, please click the like button. And I'm wishing you all the best, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Pile 3, welcome to your messages in this pick a card reading. If you were drawn to the green fluorite crystal. So the topic and theme of this pick a card reading for you today is how you can change your luck now to avoid or prevent negative situations, negative events happening in your future. So what can you do? Let's start with the oracle cards. Concealment. It's almost like a shadow, I think. Think it through. The hollow bone and teachability. Okay. Change your luck. Well, first, to me, it's obvious. Negative thinking, overthinking, overanalyzing, expecting too much are all things that can cause disappointment, especially when nothing happens in a timing that you're wishing it to be. But there's a shadow aspect. There's something subconscious that is motivating you at the moment. So it's probably going to require you to go a little bit deeper or self-analyzation to recognize exactly what it is that you're thinking about. Because honestly, and I teach law of attraction all the time. I help people build their dreams and make their wishes come true. And usually it's us who are the ones who are standing in our own way. Sometimes we get so set on something happening that that's all you might be focusing on. And if something is not happening, then all you start focusing on is how come it's not happening. So it's interesting how things change and shift, especially in your energy and your emotions and your beliefs, because this will also affect what kind of luck you are attracting, if it's positive or negative. And so the overthinking sometimes spirals into the opposite end when something is not happening. And so the first step for you is to recognize where your mind is going all of the time. You do have the power to recognize unhealthy thoughts, unhelpful thoughts, even negative thoughts, and instantly change them, replace them with a positive thought. Some of you may make rash and sudden decisions and choices to do something without thinking it through, which again can also cause unexpected negative things to happen. Oh, and so this is why the teachability card is here, because it teaches you a lesson. And so maybe this is one of your life lessons that you are experiencing right now, and everything that we experience is an opportunity to grow through the challenge, become wiser, stronger, more powerful, and even more productive even. So there is definitely something teaching you in your current situation. And I love the fact that there's, I know it's an instrument. I'm just going to say it's a flute, but it's hollow, meaning you can hollow out your insides. That sounds kind of gross. I'm not meaning literally, but you have chakras inside your physical body. And I would think one of the fastest ways to improve your luck, your good luck, is energy healing, or you can even use crystals. Actually, this crystal here might be one of the best, fastest ways to improve your state of being, your mind, your emotions. It can also clear out your etheric energy, and your etheric energy is the energetic blueprint around your physical body. Green is a very healing color. It can heal your heart too. It can also attract abundance and good fortune into your life. And even this, there are other crystals like, now I forgot the name of the crystal, that can instantly fill you with joy. I know I just had the name in my head a minute ago, but anyway. So you can do chakra balancing, chakra energy. There's also energy work releasing. Call in the violet flame to transmute not just like negative energy that might be around you, but in your aura, also in your body. Ask that violet flame to transmute any kind of negative energy, which kind of resonates with this purple color. But there are shadow energies, or maybe even emotions, that you can instantly release. And when you release these, you will instantly start feeling better. And this will also help you to focus on more positive thinking, etc., etc. It's kind of like a chain of events. So I want to pull some more cards for group number 3. How can you change your luck today to avoid negative future events? Because what you're thinking now will in fact create something negative in the future, or you can choose positive thinking, positive emotions, positive intentions, and that will allow you to completely avoid any kind of negative future events. Because law of attraction is exactly that. What you feel, what you think, what you expect, what you take action on, what you do is what creates your reality. It changes your reality. So if you take a moment to look at your reality right now, your life. Are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it? If you're not enjoying it, what can you change? Or maybe recognize an emotion or a thought or a negative belief that might be causing future negative situations. You know what I mean? You can recognize it now if you pay attention to that. And even with the moon here, moon, concealment, these are referring to your emotions, your thoughts, and things that a lot of the time we're not even paying attention to what we feel or what we're thinking. We're just in automatic mode. Right. Get excited about your future. Make a wish. You can change your energy. This is inspiration. You can travel. You can go on a trip. Change your mind. Get creative. There are many different creative ways that you can also change your luck and start attracting more positive events into your life. Okay, so there's concealment. So this might sound strange, but with the Six of Cups, and a lot of the times we think about family, and this suddenly is saying, you know, there are family traits and things that are inherited through DNA, our blood, our cellular structure. So there could be past life junk that you're not aware of that might still be haunting you. But it doesn't need to haunt you, but the memory might still be there, because even the muscles in your body retain memories in the cells and the blood and your DNA. So there are things that you can do now. It just requires you to be somewhat a detective, right? To either sit and feel into your situation to see, maybe it's something that you picked up from somebody else, or maybe there's a present family member that is causing you to feel not so positive about yourself, and that's what's making your mind go into a different direction, which could be causing more negative future events. You see what I mean? So there could be family members or even friends right now that are causing you disturbances, and they're interfering with your peace of mind. Look at this. You've got the Queen of Swords. You can change your mind. Okay, detaching from your emotions is also extremely important. You might need to detach your emotional cords and connections to other people or your environment. Even the neighbors can have a heavy impact on us. There is so much yuck out there, you guys. So I've been practicing energy healing and Reiki since 2012. And ever since then, and of course, working on my own stuff, I have recognized there's just so much stuff in the collective. People aren't aware of the fact that they're carrying around, oh, look at this, the Hanged Man. People don't realize that they're carrying around stuff, and they may never realize that they're carrying around stuff. They may never realize that they have the power to heal themselves, or to feel better, or to feel more worthy of, you know, having something better. And so when people get stuck in this mindset, a lot of people feel down on themselves, even like they're not worthy or they're not capable. And that's a personal choice. And maybe this is something that you've been thinking. It's important for you to change what you're thinking. So the Hanged Man here, it's funny how this is popping up, because the mouse and the raven with, you know, it's clearly saying that you hold the key that will release yourself from anything that is standing in the way of you having greater luck and more positive things happening in your life. But it does require you to notice what these things are, how sometimes it happens through inheritance, or your next door neighbor, or even more so recently, the collective field has been expanding, and more of us are now tuning into the collective field even more. Our perceptions of reality are kind of shifting just to throw in a little bit of woo here for all of you. So whenever you recognize something that's a shadow, that's negative, that is not helpful, you can instantly eliminate that. It doesn't even take years and years anymore. It shouldn't even take days. You can instantly transmute all of this negative and this shadow energy, and you will instantly feel better when you start thinking and holding on to and only speaking positive thoughts, positive intentions, taking positive actions, positive emotions. This is almost like wish fulfillment, isn't it? It's like the Three of Wands, you're wishing for something, you're hoping for something, but notice how these two individuals have turned their back. They're looking up, they're looking for something better, they're tuning into something higher, something that feels more inspiring. And so even if you have to become your own detective here, there are books, honestly, that can teach you how to play detective and determine where stuck energies are in your DNA or even in past lives. And I've done this for many people too in the past. There are ways that you can do that, and if you can trace it and you can identify it and the cause and where it came from, it doesn't really even matter what timeline or what year. But once you can recognize that, you can instantly release it, transmute it. So, and it does come back to just simply your thoughts, your emotions, and doing a self-check and changing what you're thinking. But I do feel like there's a lot of extra stuff that you're not aware of, like burdens that you are carrying that can be really helpful for you to recognize, to release, heal, let go, transmute, so that you can move forward happier, healthier, and you will also start, well, you'll start attracting more positive future events and not negative ones, and you will realize that luck is more on your side. Like synchronicity will happen, and you'll start having more positive experiences or encounters with other people. Like your entire life can change, even a little bit, one day at a time, as soon as you just take notice. And start with just one, right? It just requires one slight tweak, and you can start feeling better instantly. Even if you want to use my green fluorite, you are welcome to do so. All right, group 3, these are some of the things that you can do now to change your luck, to prevent negative future events from even happening in your life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Sending you much love. If you would like assistance with your feel free to let me out. Feel free to let me know if you'd like a reading. I am offering live consults now too, by the way, but I'm in the process of situating times for that. Anyway, pile 3. Ooh, sorry about the truck noise outside. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now you know. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 4. If you were drawn to the purple amethyst crystal, welcome to your reading. So how can you change your luck today to avoid negative events from happening in your future? Curious minds want to know. Let's start with the oracle cards. Knowledge. Always helpful, actually. Like, get more knowledge, get more information on your current situation. Ooh. Sagittarius energy, see the bigger picture. Yeah, there's something more that is waiting for you to learn from your current situation. Beginner's mind. Honestly, the very first message that's coming through is saying, once you start believing in your good luck, your whole reality is going to change. But there is something more for you to learn right now about your current situation. There's new information that is available for you. I'm paused with this because I'm thinking there's some sort of truth or a false truth. It's almost as if, okay, this is what I'm picking up. There's something that you might believe that is affecting you in a negative way, that might be creating negative events in the future. But this negative belief is not even true. So the truth of the matter is, nothing can ever have more power and control over you, your life, your health, your mind, your emotions. Nothing can have power and control over you unless you believe it does. So there's something here that's hidden, or it's a false truth, or it's something old, maybe even an old belief system that isn't even true, but maybe it's something that's just been carried on through tradition or through family ties, that sort of thing. But yeah, these cards instantly are saying it's not even true. So why do you believe anything that you do? And the fastest way that you can heal from that and release yourself from some sort of, if you think that you have bad luck and you can change your luck, is to release yourself from holding on to that belief. You have more power over yourself, your life, your situation than anyone else does. So let's pull some tarot cards. I'm going to use the Good Fortune Tarot. Group number 4. So now it's time for you to just really consider, what is it that you believe? There's something that you believe that might be causing you bad luck. Right, the Ten of Swords is saying just stop thinking. Oh, and change what you believe. If you start believing everything is always working out for you, that prosperity is in your future, you deserve everything that you are wishing for. When you start holding positive beliefs, you will really literally just start changing your energy, your emotions, and your life. 9 of Wands. Good. I wonder what that card is. The Ace of Swords. Yeah. Choosing something new to believe in. Choosing empowering thoughts. How many of you are self-defeating? Oh, so now there's Page of Swords. Right, so there's something new. Change your mind. Change what you think. Change how you see yourself. Change what you believe. This is also saying to me that for many of you, perhaps this has been a cycle or a phase in your life that you've been having to go through. It's a learning experience. Maybe it's one of your life lessons. And everything that we grow through makes us better people. But there's something here that might be keeping you stuck in an old mindset. And this might be because of where you live, or your family, or your community. If you're forced to believe what everyone is telling you to, but you can change everything when you just simply start changing what you believe. So here's the secret. You don't have to tell people. You don't have to tell other people that you don't believe what they're telling you. You can choose to believe whatever you desire. And when you're ready to believe that you have more power and control over your life and your situation, and you start focusing on better experiences, better relationships, love, success, something more, it does kind of feel like a beginner's mind, because this maybe isn't something that you're comfortable thinking about. But honestly, there is more knowledge. I think the more that you can learn about yourself or about life, or maybe even something that was a false belief system, but you believed in this because everyone else was believing in something, but it's not necessarily true for you. And so when you do research and you get more information, that will empower you. Okay, those were the words I was looking for. When you find and you learn more information that empowers you, then you have the power to change everything that you're thinking and you believe. You will start creating good luck in your life, and that will simply eliminate any kind of negative future events. What's most important is that you feel positive, you believe in yourself, you believe that you are lucky, you believe that you are lovable, that you are worthy. Believe in everything that you know that you feel that you want to be. Believe that it's all possible. And then choose to live your life from this perspective. And you will notice things have changed because you will start manifesting and experiencing good luck, more opportunity, peace of mind, something new. This also includes your personal relationships too. So for those of you seeking love, if you say to yourself, you will never, if you believe that, then you're kind of telling the universe that you don't want that. But why wouldn't you want something that you are desiring so much? Whoever told you that you can't have something that you love? And if somebody did tell you that you can't, then why do you believe it? Why do you continue to believe it? Because this is really the only thing that is preventing you from attracting and creating better positive events in your future rather than negative ones. Sometimes people say very mean things because maybe they don't feel worthy of something, especially if they're jealous of you. Something to consider. Then they're not going to say anything positive to you. They're just going to pick at you or tell you something that you don't need to hear. Or maybe they don't want you. I don't know. Some people just don't want others to have more or do more or experience more than they do. So they will just say things to defeat you. But that's on them. And again, you don't have to believe the things that other people are saying to you. But this is also your choice. You can change whatever you believe. You don't have to tell the other person. Just do your own thing. Start thinking better, more positive, and you will start creating more good luck. And this will eliminate any kind of negative future events because you're focusing more on the positive and what you actually believe is true for you rather than what is not. So these are your messages. This is your reading in this pick a card today, group number 4. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please do click the like button. And I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. If you are interested in private reading, feel free to reach out to me. My links are down below. Otherwise, I will see you all again in another video. Bye for now.